Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 0-1, here it comes. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Well, he's down 0-2 now, and he hasn't even seen the changeup yet. That could be the strikeout pitch of choice right here.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now. Tommy Joseph steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. The fastball here is to take a look at ball 1-0. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
When you're in a key spot like this, you can't.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Phillies leave a couple, and now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. Jared Eichhoff, the right-hander out of Indiana, will be doing the pitching in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's having a very nice season so far. He's got an ERA in the low 3s. So hopefully he can continue that here in this one. Give his ball club a chance to win.
Tyler Gurriel is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field. Tovar comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Brewers, the shortstop, number 6.
Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Eric, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
That includes winning the first 2 in this series, so they've had it going lately. They'll look to put a capper on the weekend with a sweep here.
And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Steve, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
Well, I think when you come into this ballpark, don't get too big. We know the ball flies out of here, but don't try to force a long ball. Take good hacks up there. You know the ball. If you hit something solid, it's going to carry.
Here comes the first pitch. Hernan Perez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Pereira is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. And with that, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up. So we'll see how that impacts this game.
And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory. Freddie Galvis will dig in now. He's got that average pushing up near 350 to begin play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
1 away. With a moment now, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Ryan Braun has always been known as one of those power hitters, but he's also got a power arm and can cover some ground in that outfield. Very reliable, plays a smart defensive outfield. Always an asset in any game.
Cameron Rupp strides forward for the first time, and he's been in a bit of a slump recently. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Peralta into his motion. Here's the 0-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. Very weakly on the ground. That ball's foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already, that's 2 walks here in the early going, and that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
Cesar Hernandez takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2. This one's flared toward left center. In there, a base hit.
He's safe.
Jared Eichhoff comes forward to swing the bat, but he may instead be asked to bunt. We'll see how they approach it here with 1 away. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
And now the manager brings his outfield in here with the pitcher at the plate. Doesn't want to get burned on any weak bloopers. A barehanded pickup. Safe.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Throw not in time at first, so the pitcher tries to give himself up, but instead he gets himself a base hit. Tyler Gurriel will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Chopped foul right at home plate. Takes this the other way to right. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. 1 run scores. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first. Peter Borges steps forward here with 3 runs already home and a potential 4th standing at third base. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Release point, mechanics, just about everything looks out of whack right now.
And these are the guys that really scare you. The guys that have absolutely no clue where the ball's going. Time to close up that stance just a little bit, I think.
Stepping in now, Odubel Herrera, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the...
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. So they pick up 3 runs on only 2 hits in the... Chris Carter will stand in, and look at that average. Up over 370 to start the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, sometimes you give a power hitter like this a fastball at eye level, and he just can't help himself.
Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Kirk Neuenhuis will stand in for the first time, and he enters with that average in the stratosphere, up over 360 to begin play.
And we know it's just April, so the season is just getting started, but obviously he's off to a great start.
In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting 6.
Domingo Santana will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. First pitch on its way. Liner towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Still down 3-0. Back at Miller Park in Milwaukee as we get you set for the top of the third. Michael Franco is into the box as we are all set to begin the third. Into the seats, 0-1. Peralta gets the sign, 0-1 pitch on its way. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
He definitely doesn't want a redo of that second inning, so it'd help him immensely if he could get the leadoff man here.
And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out.
Get out of here.
Tommy Joseph in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Fastball's too high here, 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. In the air out toward right field. Santana has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 13, shortstop.
Settling in now, Freddie Galvis. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Grounded to the right. Onto the bag with it is Carter, and that'll retire the side. So after the 3-spot last time around, he's able to... Jake Elmore will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
They're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. And he takes this one high, 1-1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Hit hard on the ground to second. A quick out number 1.
Batting 8, catcher
Brian Holiday will step in now. He drove in his club's only run a night ago. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is up and in, ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Pitcher.
The pitcher, Willie Peralta, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he misses with it, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. to 2-2 now.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Too high, ball 3.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Skied into straightaway right. Borges is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting.
Tovar is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
You know, and I think that pop-up right there is just a result of poor pitch selection. He chased a bad pitch, and as a result, he didn't really put a good swing on it.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Grounded back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Standing in now, Hernan Perez, as he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way, uses the big part of the field, and gets himself a base hit.
Ryan Braun will stand in now, and suddenly the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Yeah, this sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it? But when you've got a guy reeling out there like he really doesn't know what hit him, boy, it's time to put the pedal down.
He's set. Here it comes. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. And there's ball 1.
1-1.
And Braun's able to resist. The count moves in his favor. 2-1 now.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing.
On to first, and the Brewers are turned away as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Cameron Rupp is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Lifted into center field. Neuenhuis moving to his left. He's got it 1 away.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2.
Up next for
So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And we've got 2 guys bringing some serious gas for you, as you see there. Top speeds 96 and 97. Jared Eichhoff is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Chris Carter is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Shot towards second. And that's a base hit, 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
I've been really impressed with the way he's swinging the bat lately. 15 straight games now, and people are really starting to take notice of that streak.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard towards second, and that'll get down for a base hit. The relay throw. And it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
Holds
the tag, and he is out at second base. It's a double play.
Domingo.
Striding into the box, Domingo Santana. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Line drive to center field, and he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
Boy, that hit right there is just a thing of beauty. You talk about smoking one right back at the box. There isn't too many guys in the middle of that field that can catch a ball like that.
Hit to first, reined in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Milwaukee leaves one. They trail in this one 3-0.
Leading off for the Phillies, left fielder Tyler Gurriel.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. Perez takes it in, and they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw. Peter Borges stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one.
1-0.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Now batting,
Odubel Herrera stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Up next for Philadelphia, third baseman
Maikel Franco will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Back goes Braun. Gone. A fence scraper, but still good for 3 runs. So a 3-run shot to left center as they pile on. It's now 6-0. Into the box, Tommy Joseph.
now batting,
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Feels like he's kind of relied a little too much on that fastball.
And it's gotten him into trouble. I think guys have just gone up there looking for it, and usually they wind up getting it.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, this has been a real nice series for him so far. That's 6 strikeouts right now in this series alone. Man, that's a rough weekend at the ballpark.
Freddie Galvis is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Strike 3, and that'll put an end to a big inning. But the Phillies use the long ball here, and they get 3. Brian Holiday will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, the pitcher, Willie Peralta.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Willie Peralta. He flew out in his last at-bat. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Peralta is retired, 2 down now.
Now batting,
Tovar
number 6.
will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Up top, it's 2-0.
Now you've got a 6-run lead out there, and there's no reason not to come right at guys.
Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors, because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Swing and a liner. Foul. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
Boy, a 2-out single, now nearly a hit by pitch. You've got to be careful right here not to let this inning get away from you.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Brewers strand 1. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Cameron Rupp makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Cameron Rupp.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
0-1.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And they may have found a location that they like right here. 2 different pitches, both taken on the inside corner, and now they can go just about anywhere they want.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Now batting,
Peralta's ready. Here it comes.
Cesar Hernandez.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Now the 0-1. This is skied into short left center. Neuenhuis on the move. 2 gone.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Jared Eichhoff is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, just to the right of the chalk, of fair ball. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double. Tyler Gurriel will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the two-out double. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. And nothing will come of the two-out double as the inning is over. Back with Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Ryan Braun steps forward to get things started here in the Milwaukee half of the inning. Sends that one out of play for strike one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Braun can't come up with that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Chris Carter stands in as he looks at a called strike.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
High in the air out to center field. Pereira moves over, and he makes the catch for the second out.
There you get a look at his pitches by inning so far. Really, the only bad one was that 3rd inning.
Kirk Neuenhuis steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Lifted the other way out to left center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Well, I think they've seen enough of this guy for the weekend. He's absolutely eating them alive, and he's at it again as he drives this one for 2 bases.
Domingo Santana will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1.
You've got options here, so you don't need to go after this guy if you don't want to.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Milwaukee leaves 1. They still. Peter Borges is set to get us started for the late innings of this one. Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Hard to believe that this man is out there for a 7th inning of work given what he's been through so far.
Just a glutton for punishment, apparently. I saw enough 3 innings ago, but apparently he's back for more.
To his right, Tovar. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Center fielder, Odubel Pereira.
Into the box, Odubel Herrera. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. I wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Michael Franco will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
And this is going to find the gap for his 3rd hit of the afternoon. This one for extra bases. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
Now batting, first baseman
Tommy Joseph will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the 2-out double. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. Perez has got it, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1. They lead it 6-0. Jake Elmore will start things off as they look to do something here to get on the scoreboard for the first time.
And they've seen some opportunities come and go. They do have 7 hits, so it's not like they haven't had base runners. They just haven't been able to bring those guys in.
0-1 count and the pitch. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high. 1-2.
And now on 1-2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
Borges is there, 1 away.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
He looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
Down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting,
Brett Phillips will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Brett Phillips.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, he started off this way, and he continues on. He's throwing first pitch strikes to 80% of the batters he's faced, and we're late in this ballgame, and that's why he's on top.
No runs, 7 hits. 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. Off the plate at 94, 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through for a hit.
Well, getting the base runners hasn't been the problem. Driving them in, that's been the issue. And these guys have to do something now to get them on the scoreboard.
Now to the plate, Tovar. He singled his last time up. Swung on and chopped out to the shortstop. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Brewers strand 1. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Tim Collins will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Freddie Galvis will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ball game. Maybe something will change for him.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
Cameron Rupp will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. This is well struck. High and deep toward the left field corner. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. Around second. He'll try for third. And he is in there at third with a one-out triple.
Now batting, second baseman
Cesar Hernandez gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase. Wow, that's not the at-bat you want right there with a runner on third and 1 out. He's trying to get something up in the air, but this won't be nearly deep enough to think about scoring that run. That's a wasted at-bat.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Hernan Perez will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Ryan Braun will stand in, and he's been quiet today, but you just wonder if that's going to last the entire 9 innings.
Normally it doesn't. But give these guys credit. They've had a plan of attack. They've stuck to it, and they've gotten good results.
Chris Carter will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike 1.
Boy, if he makes contact there and makes an out, that's a 3-pitch inning. I think I would have had him looked at least 1.
Calling for it, Borges. And that's the 3rd out. Brewers sent packing on just 4. Tyler Gurriel ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Grounded to third. Perez comes up with it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting.
Digging in now, Peter Borges. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First offering on its way. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. And a swing and a miss here, and the first 2 are dispatched to begin the 9th.
Now batting.
Odubel Herrera will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind, 0-2. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time, ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
And that's through for his first base hit in this one. So standing in, Maikel Franco. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle.
And, you know, that's the toughest one to get in a cycle, but you can bet that he's going to try to stretch any double into a triple if he gets any chance at all.
That's through for a base hit, and he's putting together a monster line in this one. They just can't get him out. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play, and that'll compound matters even further.
Tommy Joseph.
And a bouncing ball, foul. squared that one up just a little late. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the... Kirk Neuenhuis will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
The 0-1 delivery. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. Domingo Santana stands in, was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away. Both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time to try to bust something inside.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. Throw gets him. So they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. Jake Elmore will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
Well, the toughest out in any ball game is always the very last one. These guys are still breathing, but it's going to take a few more of these to get back into contention.
Brian Holiday is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
Line to the right side. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he'll make the final out to put an end to this one, and the Phillies have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Well, we've talked about it all throughout this game. He was completely in charge, essentially, from pitch 1. And now he finishes off a masterful performance here, getting the complete game shutout.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show.